So what is going on, everyone, and welcome to another edition of EAA. Today I'm driving Kit because today's video is going to talk about vehicles that were made famous by either television show or movies. Big screen cars, as I'm going to call them throughout this video. So let's talk about them. So if you guys haven't figured it out by now, I bought the Knight Rider replica Kit several months ago. I've done a couple of videos on the car so far, so if you've missed those videos, definitely go back and check them out. Kit was made famous by the television series Knight Rider, ran from like 1982 to 1986 if I remember correctly, and it starred David Hasselhoff, but really the big star of the show was Kit. Sorry, Hoff. Now for the 1980s, Kit was revolutionary. I had all kinds of gadgets, had ejection seats, smoke screen, lasers. It was bulletproof. It could do anything. Had turbo boost. It was actually an amazing car, and it really stole the show. Guys that grew up with it, such as myself, just go gaga over this car, and it's just like reliving your childhood all over again when we see it, get to ride in it, get to hang around it. It's really amazing. And really, that's kind of what movie cars, I think, do for us. Now, if we're true car people, we all have at least one movie where there was a vehicle in it we lusted after it. We wanted it. We would love to make that vehicle our own. And it's how we remember the movie. Not so much the people that starred in the movie, but that vehicle. Now, I have a few vehicles that people cannot help but reference the movie that the vehicle starred in. For example, my 1981 DeLorean DMC-12. People cannot help but come in and say, oh, Back to the Future, the trilogy. And that's really what made this car so famous. Time and time again, I get the old question that every DeLorean owner gets, where's the flux capacitor? Well, mine's right here. To my left, I have a Trans Am. People cannot help but see this vehicle and think Smokey and the Bandit, even though the one that Burt Reynolds drove in Smokey and the Bandit was a 1977 model and a little different color combination. Still, when you see a black Trans Am, you can't help but think about Smokey and the Bandit. I also own a 1958 Plymouth. Now, mine is a 4-door. The one from the movie is a 2-door. What movie, you might say? Well, the movie is Christine, John Carpenter's adaptation of Stephen King's novel back in the early 80s. A lot of people will come in and see this car and immediately say Christine, even though it's not red, doesn't have the white top. Christine was a 2-door, this is a 4-door, but that's okay. Actually, if you read the book Christine, you will note that in that book, Christine was actually a 4-door, so I'm kind of there, but that movie is really what inspired me to buy this car. I just absolutely love the body lines, the style, the fins, the whole design of the car, and I can remember when I first saw the movie, I was about, I don't know, maybe 15 years old, and I just went gaga over the car and decided that one day I would own it, and some 30 years later, I was able to buy it. Now, another vehicle that I currently do own, maybe for a short time, but I do own it at the moment, is my 2007 GT500. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, what movie was that car used in? If you'll remember the opening scene of I Am Legend with Will Smith, he is flying through the city of New York, all around the streets in a red 2007 GT500. There are just so many vehicles out there made famous from movies that I can sit here and talk for probably half an hour on this video and not name them all. There's Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds, there's a General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard, there's an Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters, the Family Truckster from Family Vacation, there's a Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo, there's the A-Team van, there's the Munsters Mobile, there's the AMC Pacer from Wayne's World. So many vehicles. Like I said, I could go on, and I'm sure you would be incredibly bored if you're not already. My point with all of this is there are a number of vehicles out there that we lust after, that we see on the movie on the big screen, and we think that we want to own that vehicle. We must own that vehicle at some point in time. I know I've always wanted a Kit, and I was so happy to get this car. Definitely a bucket list car for me. A couple other vehicles that I would like to own that have starred in the big screen, so to speak, on the movie screen or television would be definitely Dukes of Hazzard, General Lee. I would love to have one of those. I would love to have an Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds, but the price is just crazy on those cars. But another one I really love having is the Batmobile. I've always wanted a Batmobile for a long time. For those of you that know me, I'm a big Batman fan, and that would be really cool. Now, there are a number of different Batmobiles out there. Certainly the first generation Adam West, then we have the later '89 Michael Keaton Batman. Batmobile kind of changed as it went along, and we got the Tumbler. We certainly have the latest Batmobile that Ben Affleck's character drove. For me, the one that I like the best is the 1989 Batman. That Batmobile that Michael Keaton drove, to me, that is just cool. I would love to have one. I've seriously considered buying a couple, or buying an older Corvette and converting it into one, but you know, that's a lot of work and a lot of money. But someday I plan to have those two vehicles. Definitely General Lee, and definitely a Batmobile. So my question to you is, what vehicle is it from the big screen that you would like to have? What is the one vehicle that you have longed for, you've lusted after, you've thought about and thought, man, someday I would love to own that vehicle in any way that I possibly could? I would really appreciate hearing from you guys, so definitely comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know the one that you really want and why. I want to hear why you want it. I want to hear the memory of remembering seeing it on the movie screen, or what really drew you to that vehicle and why you want it. So let me know for sure. So with that, I will end this video. So as always, P.O. Box and Instagram, as well as my Venmo, will be in the description below. God bless, take care, have an absolutely amazing day.